Today I'm here to talk about what it means to be attractive. And it's going to be very different from the things that you might have seen on YouTube. And the thing that I saw on a commercial the other day, there was a commercial that popped up in my YouTube feed, and there was a girl that was talking about that there is this formula for being attractive. I'm going to teach you the method. I have the proper technique for you to get attractive. And I'm here to say that all of that is bullshit. Because you as a person are naturally attractive. And I'm going to go into exactly what that means. Being attractive doesn't require a method. It doesn't require a technique. And the more that you step away from the fact that it requires a method, that it requires a technique, the more you are going to be able to tap into your natural attraction, which you can use to get people to not only appreciate you and like you, but also truly come to understand who you are as a person, to create real intimacy with people, which is a thing that I believe that pretty much every person on this planet is looking for, whether they are aware of it or not. Just that true deep connection to someone, where you are able to be vulnerable with a lot of the things that's going on deep within you. True attraction lies in your ability to be yourself, lies in your ability to express yourself without the need from validation from any sort of source. You don't need anyone to be your cheerleader. You are your own cheerleader, and you support yourself in anything that you do, and anything that you do is because that is who you are, and it is not because of who you think that you should be. If you adopt certain techniques and habits in order to get someone's attention, then the odds are that you miss out on the powerful attraction magnet that comes from being the true and authentic version of yourself. Here's an example. Let's say that you are going to approach someone and you're going to introduce yourself or just do something fun with them. And you walk up to them and you have the ultimate pickup line where you know exactly what to say. But here's the issue. Your energy as a person is not very high. And when I say energy, I mean your emotional state of being. That is what determines how high or low your energy is as a human. If that is very low, then that means that you can't express yourself as you truly are because you are afraid that you are going to be judged, perhaps, that someone is going to react to you in a way that makes you feel like, oh my god, I'm not getting what I want from this person, which is validation. When you're in that low energy as a person, you're not confident and you are acting in, let's say, perhaps a shy manner. Maybe you are insecure, you are people pleasing, you can't put out your boundaries, you can't speak up as who you are. That is a result of a low energy. Back to the situation. You're walking in there with this energy, your shoulders are shrunk, you can't speak very loud and you speak very on top here, and you say this stuff, this perfect pickup line, and it goes to shit. Maybe you get a little bit lucky, but soon after the pickup line is done, they'll notice that, holy fuck, this guy is not at all who he portrayed himself to be. And that is because pickup lines, or the ultimate method to hooking up with someone, or the ultimate technique, is worthless compared to a good cultivated energy within yourself. You can walk up to a girl and you can say, I just took a massive dump in the toilet. And I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, holy shit, this opens up so many new possibilities. I didn't know that things could be so grand in this world. You could say any bullshit, and if you say it with conviction and with a little bit of good energy, with a little bit of a good vibration within yourself, you're going to notice that that thing is what creates attraction. You're not afraid to speak whatever is going on within you. And that is when all of the methods and all of the tricks just kind of fucking goes out the window, because they hold no real power. The only power that you have that can successfully make you a very attractive person in like the best way that you could possibly imagine is when your intention is not that of trying to get something from this person. In this case, perhaps validation, which so many of us are trying. But when the intention is that of self-love and I'm just trying to have fun, then I walk into there and they recognize that, fuck, this person doesn't want anything to do with me. Or maybe they want something to do with me, but they don't actually need something from me. It's a very liberating energy to be around. Because you're not demanding something from the other person. You're your own source of self-love, of validation. Your energy is at such a pleasant and beautiful state that it's just so attractive. It's just so attractive. And it is the simplicity of it that gets me. For a long time, I was very confused by this because it is so simple. It is too simple. So we try and complicate it by creating some method, by creating some technique. But the thing is that all of this method, all of this technique, all of this mind drama that we create around this situation about attraction is just a form of self-sabotage that keeps us distracted from this effortless potential of how things could be, where we don't need a method. I am the method. We don't need a technique because I am the technique. Whatever I do turns into gold. That is what happens when you step out of that low energy that you may have cultivated within your life. Low energy means that you have had challenging experiences in your life that have created you into creating sort of a negative programming that you are following within yourself. You are, as I mentioned, maybe a people pleaser. You're shy, insecure, you don't speak up for yourself, you have a trouble communicating and connecting to other people. It's all your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the pain of the emotional state that you're experiencing within your body. And you might not be consciously aware of this because that is how the subconscious mind works. It's outside of your awareness. But initially, why we create ourselves in a way so that we lose touch with our effortless and amazing nature is because at some point we try to protect ourselves. We try to survive a certain family dynamic where perhaps our mother didn't listen, or perhaps our dad didn't give us attention, or perhaps there was situations going on around us that made us believe certain things and made us feel very uncomfortable, and our environment didn't really allow us to process our emotions. Perhaps they were projecting things on you. Perhaps you were your effortless self, which we are all born into when we start on this planet. We are more our effortless selves, but then as we express ourselves effortlessly like kids do, we slowly learn that perhaps this little louder part of myself, or perhaps this part that is, it could be anything, that is singing, perhaps this part of me that is open and expressive and talks about certain things, is met with a lot of resistance from the environment. And because of that, I am going to stop being the true and authentic version of myself, and I'm going to start suppressing it under a new negative behavior of perhaps a pattern of overthinking that you're always caught up in. For example, that's just a hypothetical. Perhaps I'm going to develop this people-pleasing or this insecurity so that these vulnerable parts of myself that I know can be judged, that I know can hurt if someone reacts to it, are never up at the surface. And now I'm just stuck in this loop, this fucking automatic loop of who I am that I don't really understand what to do with. I am just caught in an unconscious personality that is far from the true, authentic version of who I am. And this personality that I have developed, that is negative when it comes to my attraction, that comes to creating connections with other people, when it comes to success in a lot of things, is only there because I'm afraid to be vulnerable with my emotions that exists here without my awareness, because I'm so caught up in all of this shit that I'm always doing as a means to distract from that That is how the subconscious mind works. I'm sort of explaining to you right now how the subconscious mind operates. It protects you from all of this uncomfortable shit going on within your body. And it does it by developing negative personality parts or traits that keeps it on a lockdown and never so that it gets into your perception again. And then we get so stuck in our head and we can't create our natural effortless attraction anymore because we are not truly who we authentically are anymore. We are a person that we think we should be. If you're shy, if you're insecure or any of those things, that is because you so deeply believe from some things that you went through in your life so far that this is who you need to be, because it's scary and perhaps not accepted to be this version. At least that is what you believe, except that that's not really the truth. You are allowed to be who you are. And the reason that we kind of condition ourselves into a version of ourselves that misses out on our natural attraction and our true authentic self is because of our environment at one point. Because we're so dependent on it for our survival. We're so dependent on our environment to get by, to have that appreciation and acceptance, because we need it for our survival. But you're not in that environment anymore. And you can learn to let go of a lot of the shit that is keeping you in a state where your energy is low, where you don't get the things that you want, where you don't manage to tap into your natural attraction. All of that shit, you can, if you choose to, start working on letting go of this negative programming that turns life and connecting with other people into such a struggle. Because all of these things is very effortless and easy once you are connected to the vulnerability of who you are. Which so many of us, including myself, you have no idea how hard I've had to work on this. To connect back to my vulnerable side where I can express myself and do myself. Be myself as I am. It's hard, but it's possible. And if you want to know more about this, feel free to like and subscribe to this video so that I know that you enjoy this content. And I will make a video on how to connect back to your true and authentic self. And yeah, just get the benefit of all of that stuff. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and bye.